Hello and welcome to the podcast. What if I told you that everything we've been taught about productivity is completely backward? We live in a world that worships the hustle. We are told that if you aren't working 8, 10, or 12 hours a day, you're not trying hard enough. If you're a content creator or trying to build a business, you feel this immense guilt the moment you sit down to rest. But today, I want to share a secret with you that completely transformed my life. I run 3 total channels here on YouTube. Yes, 3. And I don't work 8 hours a day. I stick to a strict non-negotiable 4-hour workday. My day starts exactly like many of yours. I get the kids ready, I drop them off at school, and the second I get back, the clock starts ticking. My routine is at exactly 9 a.m., I sit at my desk, and at exactly 1 p.m., I stop. That is my hard deadline. No, this isn't some trendy modern life hack. This is a philosophy deeply rooted in human psychology. My own intense experience running multiple channels, an incredible Islamic tradition from over 1,400 years ago. By the end of this video, I am going to teach you exactly how you can get more done in the 4 hours than most people do in a week. How I manage 3 separate channels in that tiny window, and the beautiful spiritual blueprint behind it all. Also, I have 2 other jobs as well, so I'm extremely busy and I don't want to be frivolous with my time. So let's dive in. How I run 3 YouTube channels in 4 hours. Let's talk real numbers and real structure. People ask me all the time, how do you manage 3 different channels without losing your mind? When I first started expanding, I fell into the same trap as everyone else. I thought more channels mean I need to work 12 hours a day, but what actually happened? I ended up staring at a blank screen, editing slowly, dragging tasks out and feeling completely burnt out. Then I built my 9 to 1 boundary. Every single morning, right after the school run, I enter what I call hyper focus. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., my phone goes on, do not disturb. I don't check random emails. I don't mindlessly scroll because I have 3 channels to feed. I have to be incredibly strategic. I allocate specific blocks of those hours to different tasks. Scripting for one channel, recording for another. Just as I'm talking to you guys, I'm doing this recording. I'm going to do a few recordings together as batch. And when I do the editing the next day, I'm going to do a few together. So I have a backlog already done. Reviewing edits for the third. And here is the most crucial part. When 1 p.m. hits, I stop. Even if it's 12:50 p.m. and I feel like I've got more to do, I could just push it and stretch it for another half an hour to finish. But I don't. I shut the laptop. Why? Because I need to be strict and I follow one of the rules of Parkinson's law. If you guys know about Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. If you give yourself all day to manage your projects, it will take all day. But when you have a hard stop at 1 p.m. because you have a life and a family to show up for, your brain kicks into high gear. It cuts out all the fluff. Those 4 hours become pure, uninterrupted, deep work. If I can build 3 channels this way, trust me, you can build your dream in 4 hours too. The wisdom of the Sahaba. Now, while I was practicing the strict 9 to 1 routine, I realized my modern 4-hour workday actually perfectly aligns with a beautiful Islamic philosophy. There is a famous concept in Islam about barakah, which translates to spiritual blessing, abundance, and time being multiplied in value. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, made a beautiful prayer. O Allah, bless my nation in the early mornings. There was a companion of the Prophet named Shakur al-Ghamidi, who was a merchant. He decided to build his entire business around his one piece of prophetic advice. While the other traders worked all day and late into the night, trying to maximize every single penny, Shakur would only start his trade and open his business early in the morning, putting in a focused burst of work. He would do his part within that blessed time, take whatever provision he made as a blessing, and trust the rest to God. He didn't sit there all day at the expense of his family, his health, or his faith. He would close up shop, walk home, and spend the rest of the day living his normal life and connecting with his community. And the narration shows that his business became immensely successful, not because he logged more hours, but because he worked during that blessed window. When I connected his story to my 9 to 1 routine, it hit me so hard. Shakur wasn't lazy, he was a master of mindset. He understood that success isn't about endless grinding, it's about doing your absolute best in a dedicated window, and then having the faith to close the shop and trust the outcome. So, how do you actually execute this? Whether you're running one channel, three channels, or building a side hustle around a day job, here is how you build a successful 4-hour window. Step 1. Set a non negotiable trigger. For me, it's a school drop off. Find your trigger. When that event happens, your work window officially opens. No more warm up time. No making the third cup of coffee. You sit down and you strike while your brain is fresh at 9 a.m. Treat your deadline like a brick of wall. Step 2. When 1 p.m. hits, you must have the discipline to walk away. When you refuse to stretch your time by just another half an hour, you train your brain to respect the clock. It focuses you to be fast, sharp, and decisive during the hours you do have. Step 3. Shift from quantity to quality. Accept that 4 hours of the hyper-focused work is indefinitely more productive than 8 hours of distracted clicking and switching tabs. By limiting your time, you actually force yourself to prioritize only what truly moves the needle for your business or your channel. At the end of the day, why are we working so hard? We build YouTube channels, businesses, and careers because we want freedom. But if your hustle requires you to chain yourself to a desk for 10 or 12 hours a day, you haven't bought your freedom. You've just built yourself a slightly prettier cage. Take a page out of the history books. Trust your focus. Give your absolute best in those 4 hours and then close the shop. Go be a parent. Go enjoy your afternoon. Take care of your health. And trust that the barakah is in the quality of your effort, not the length of your grind. I want to hear from you in the comments below. If you had a strict 4-hour deadline today, what is the number one thing you would focus on? Let's talk about it. If you found this valuable, hit the subscribe button. Share this with another creator who is burning themselves out. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.